Welcome to this series where we are playing the War and Industry update for Reforged Eden. In the last part, we went over and took down the Theta Labs, and I have to admit that I was a little bit disappointed on the loot. And at this point, I'd like to say a big thank you for all your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys give me a lot to think about. And one suggestion I got is that I probably need to go to some better quality POIs to be able to get some a possibility of some weapons and push on. What I've been thinking is probably the best way forward, and I think that's going to be to return to the starter planet, because that had some kind of higher level Reforged Eden POIs on, which I was slightly avoiding because they're quite tough. But I think maybe I'm going to have to kind of bite the bullet and go in and have a crack at them. To that end, what I've actually done is I've upgraded my sniper rifle to a heavy sniper rifle, and I've also converted the assault rifle to an advanced assault rifle, which is about the best I'm going to get at the moment. We probably could do with some other weapons as well. And in this part, what I want to do is we're going to go and do the Crash of Titans to get that out the way, simply because back on the starter planet there are also Titans. And what I want to do is possibly loot those down, because the way I'm drifting at the moment is to take down the POIs on the starter planet and actually build the CV, or a very simple CV on that planet there. Now, one thing I have done is I've got a bit of a stockpile here, and what I've done is I've picked up everything I think might be useful, like the Zirconium Neo, elemental pentaxid, some cobalt, and of course the pentaxid, because we're going to need.
Warning, dread detected.
Oh, what was that? Something just fired at me. Anyway, so first thing we're going to do is thrusters on. We're going to get up into space, and we're going to go to the moon, and we're going to do the Titans. And then what we'll do is we'll warp back to the starter planet and get sorted out in preparation for taking down a POI in the next part. So we're not going to do a POI in this part because they are quite long and complex. I think the one that I will probably do first will be the abandoned mine, because I think that's, if I remember correctly, that's the one that's closest to my kind of temporary work base that I set up on the planet, on that planet. Now, there's a possibility we may have to come through to some of the other planets just to show you. I was looking at some of these. We may have to come to one or two of these just to possibly pick up some extra resources to build the CV. Now, with the approach with the CV is going to be possibly making a starter CV, which can then be grown out as we get more materials. Because I think somebody suggested a long time ago that we go to one of the dead planets. Again, sorry about coming back into here. I can't find a dead planet in here. And if I go to the galaxy, oops, sorry, decline. I think we've got to go to the Epsilon starting system, so here, and that's currently out of range of my SV. So what I'm thinking is that if I can get a basic capital vessel, and then we can warp to the Epsilon system, and then we might be able to get some resources to build a fairly bigger capital vessel. Now, I did consider the possibility of let me just zoom out there, of there we are, there's the moon. I did consider the possibility of building a CV from the workshop, but I don't want to go that way unless for some reason I get problems with building the basic CV. Because what I'm thinking is I've got an idea for the type of CV that I want to build, and I would like to have a slight delta wing effect. Now, so what I might do is build what you could call the internal fuselage first as a basic ship, and then we'll grow it out. But then if that gets too big, that might become a space carrier, and then we may need to make a combat CV. And as you might guess, that sounds quite a little bit ambitious, and I'm hoping to make quite good progress. But as I say, if things get a bit too slow, then we're just going to have to use the workshop to kind of give ourselves a little bit of a leg up. Anyway, here we go. We're going to break through the atmosphere. Turn on the inertial drives again. Because it goes without saying that we come down on hostile territory. Crash site. I'm assuming that there will be a crash site on there. We got an arrow. I don't.
Warning, threat detected.
Okay, we're right on the top. It says locate forward section, rear section. There it is. I could really do with picking up some pentaxid, but I don't want to overload the ship. Maybe I'll say, oh, we got some magnesium there as well. Part of me likes the magnesium, but I think we'll do the Crash Titans first. And you've got aluminium here as well. But I think we got magnesium back on the starter system. We'll head straight for the crash ship, or Crash Titan front. Because I think there's like a kind of mini mission around this as well. I'm just gonna go to green so we can actually see the surface of the planet or moon. There's a radar signature over there. So here we are. We're just coming up on the various components of the Titan. In fact, we've got multiple signatures here, so I'm going to kind of spread out a little bit and see what we've got. We've located the middle. We found the front. It's over here, and then we've just got the rear here. But we've got another heat signature on the horizon. So I'm just going to go and check that out, because that could be another crash ship. Let's see what we got. Enter the forward section of the Titan. Yes, I know. Just curious to find. Yeah, we got a crash capital vessel here. That looks as though it's quite badly buried. Got a sneaking suspicion that's going to be one of those collapsible ships. Anyway, what we got to do now is we got to where's the I think we got a little bit too much clutter on the screen at the moment. And right, we've got to go to the front first. I say this is like a little bit of a mini story. But we've got to go in, if I remember correctly, we've got to go into the ships and find some consoles. So just get in reasonably close. Yeah. Oh, this is a warp field generator. Okay. That's different. Inspect the warp field generator. Does it get any better? I think it might be better like that. Certainly going to check out the fridge. Food out. Oh, so the story might be a little bit different than it was before. Right, let's just have a look round. I certainly would like those armored windows. I remember pulling out armored windows from here before. These side rooms are worth checking out as well. I think you can find stuff in there. But it's worth having a good look round as you go through. Oops, no. I'm looking at the warp field generator. Oops. Find the warp drive console. There we are. It's like that's the damaged hover bike. Now, what we got to do is warp drive console. is that way. Gonna kind of drop down. Right, I think we found the warp drive console. Found the console IDA. It appears to be intact, but it's got no power. No surprises. Access the warp drive console. Hit a few keys on the keyboard. Connection to power supply. Then we get a load of warnings and messages. I don't like the look of the warning. Wooden logs. What's the wooden logs? Oh, Woden logs. Okay. Input system logs. Upload external device. I'm uploading the warp drive logs to you, IDA. It feels like it's reading technical data. Oops. I'm glad with my skills. There's nothing else we can do with the console. Whatever you can manage, IDA. Disconnect the power cable. Right, rebooting system. Don't know if there's any oxygen. Got 428 oxygen. Can always pull out some of the oxygen. Right, the field engineering console is, I've got hooked on something here. We can get through there. Console is up there. Have a look round. That wasn't bad. Ow! Fell through the floor. Okay, let's get back up here. I think the kind of advanced jetpack boost here. What I did is I've put a multi boost in as well. I think that makes it. Oops. Okay, we're just go up the other way then. Insert UCH personal card. It seems like the power, but the system seems to be locked. Slot here for the key card. Of course it wouldn't do. Idea is there anything I can do? Leave the console. Search the crew quarters for the key card. Okay. Gotta find the crew quarters. Have a look around. Found a key card. We've also got a pistol upgrade kit. Go into the engineering console. Yeah, there's a little bit more to it now than it before. So they kind of, this kind of a story. Unback the console, the IDA card, insert key card. Play personal logs. Okay, cause of fuse, the heat seek your power, warp core. Sorry, Miss Alyssa, it seems like we were making it back. I gave you my life. That's a bit sentimental. Have I found anything else in the console IDA? Nothing of relevance. Remove the key card and log out. Let's have a little bit of a look round. As I say, I'm not 100% certain of where we are. So we got crew quarters in here. Let's have a look round. Have a look. Enter the middle section. Yeah, thank you, game. I'm pretty sure one of these does have a special loot container. We've got a little bit of loot here. This is the reason why I didn't exactly overload the ship, because I knew we'd get, oh, look at that, undelivered cargo. That's certainly worth taking. No, okay. We'll look round this part of the ship. So, open plan bathroom. Have a look round. No. This is where we came in before. Can we get across to the other side of the ship? We should be able to get through here. I don't think the ship is actually cored, so have a look round. Just clear the pathway. I should have done this in the first place. It just makes it a bit easier to walk through. So, just get back through here. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. And we just got a little bit of stuff in here. Nothing excessively interesting. But, I mean, if you were just starting out, this would be fairly useful. So we got to go to the middle section. So we'll just jump in here. Ship's a little bit heavy. Bearing in mind that we're on a moon, so we're in less gravity. That's something else that needs to be remembered. Let me just see hangar section. Just park here. Yeah, got to switch the lights on my ship. Yeah. Okay, it says find and activate the console in the hangar. Now, if I'm correct, there it is, just there. I think this one is a little bit more straightforward. It doesn't appear to be any power. Examine the console. There's a card reader next to the keyboard on the UCH keyboard. External with a fuel cell and a UCH code. Should be able to activate the console. Leave the console alone. Find and activate the console in the hangar. We will. Right. So I can examine the console. Okay. With a fuel cell, and you should be able to. Does that mean I've got to have a fuel cell? Just got the key card. I want 30 of them. Just that up. Multiply that. I don't know if the game detects that you've got a fuel cell or not, so we'll give it a go with the fuel cell. Examine the console. Insert the fuel cell. There we are. So we needed a fuel cell with us. Insert the key card. Missing. Okay, let's just see. It says statistics. So we've got armament, rotary cannon, chaff launcher, statistics, rotary cannon, flight plan. Okay, it says one of them is registered flight plan after all. It could have been one that was already prepared. The crew might have done it loading. Access the flight plan. So it's just giving us this. It looks like the crew evacuated to the Kronos. The last place we would check is the rear section of the Titan. If Xerex are watching any part of the ship, it would be that one. We need to be extra careful. So that's a kind of a warning of where we go. Now, I don't think there's anything else on this ship, but check out back here. I think this is, of all the three parts, this is the one that's the most basic, if I remember correctly. But we'll just take a quick look round just in case. This just comes here. And the Kronos acts as a command center of the fleet. However, its sheer size has made it impossible to mount warp drive to it. It's much better suited to smaller MS Titan. Well, I'm going to get our fuel cell back. Plus a little bit more. Some O2 over there, which I missed. Might as well pick that up. 445. We got. So we better get kitted up, ready for some combat now. Oops. Thrusters on. Reach the aft section of the Titan. It's going to be going to head in and find any active consoles. Raid the thing. I think. Search the ship's server room. God knows where that is. I think if we park here, the ship might get some protection should anything happen. Just in case we got any. Some O2 there. Well, so that's got 1024 or 1040. Sorry. There's some. Check the fuel cells just in case we've got to get out really quickly. 252, 552. Oh, we'll take a can of beans. Right, we got low level loot here. Certainly take that. And that. We've got to search for the server room, access the ship's server systems. Right, this what we got here. Well, we'll take a bandage. Electronics. We got here. Ooh, got another undelivered cargo. That'll be worth something. That's not one. So we probably got to go down into the ship this way. Is there any way down? Well, some way up. Don't really want metal scrap. It's heavy and it's really for some later on in the game. We got a little bit more loot here. Take the electronics. I must have some in here somewhere, but never mind. I see some thrusters then. Nope. Let's go up. We've got, I think the server room is higher up on the ship, but we'll have a look round just to make sure of what we got here. Oh, we found the server control room. Access the ship's systems. Item servers detected. Okay. Flight recorder unable to read file. Okay. ADI primary. Not really telling us much. All right, you're the boss. Okay, I've hooked up the consoles of my suit. What should I do with the optronics bridge? System does not require it anymore. I guess there's no difference. Most of the ship's data is corrupted. No matches found. What does that mean? It's possible the personnel file was corrupted and lost. So what does that mean? It means that we're unable to see if there's any other Xerox bases on the planet sent to attack forces. Exercise cautions. Will do. Oh, wow. Okay, that was worth it. Now we've got to activate the bridge system, which is up top, but we'll just take a little bit of a scout round. A small optronics bridge would be useful because I'm thinking about upgrading the SV again. Nothing. Oh, there's a fridge here. Some mushrooms. I'll just shove that all in there for the moment. Got to keep an eye on the oxygen as well. We got a little bit of loot here. There seems to be a bit more loot on these Titans than there used to be, as far as I can remember. I think that's about it. So what we got to do is go back to here, get into the. Then we got to go up to. I think the bridge is right at the top, but just kind of look round. I mean, the Titans are a really good source of loot. What's that there? Oh, no, there's nothing there. Okay, what have we got here? Talk to the command console. This is the only console on the bridge with active power supply. Examine the console. This console is a pair of slot cards. Should be able to fix it with 10 electronics and 1 computer. Wow. Okay. I think we got. Wow, we've only just got enough electronics. What was the other thing it needed? Having the console. 3 optical fibers. Okay, we'll just shove that in there. Examine the console. Repair the console. That's a bit of a spin. Yeah, should be able to key cards, safe starting mode. I'm glad I bought the resources here. Access fleet data. Encrypted. Okay, you've got lots and lots of information which I'm not going to read. I have the time. Continue with log. No. Go back and access video. Okay, we got that. Combat logs. Got lots of information. Video logs. Possible, Carl. I need a file from the ship's computer before I can provide definitive. What is it? My apologies, Commander. I failed to detect the launch of Xerox for near facilities. Detected a pair of heavy bombers. Okay, roger that. Remove the key card from the console. Leave the console. Okay, we've got to get out of here.
Warning, dread detected.
Yeah, we've got to get out of here very, very quickly. Oh, wow. Okay. Where's my ship? Ha ha ha.
Warning, dread detected. Warning, dread detected.
Oops. Don't panic. Relax. Got him. One. I must admit, I really hate these bombers. It's it just float around just so quickly. I mean, if I didn't have the turret, you can see trying to hit these things is a pain in the neck. Oops. Reload. Got him. Say having the turret just makes all the difference. Oh yeah. Okay. You can play at that game. I know you're not going to have much loot, but this is our first real encounter with the Xerx ground forces. So, oops, proceed, hostile apparatus. Wait. Yeah, a little bit of cash. The bigger loot will be the what we call it, the bombers. Yeah, 4 rounds, not really. Wasted.
Warning, threat detected.
Yeah. We'll loot the heavy bombers. And then we will be on our way. Of course, the mission is kind of going through. Just reached the radar station complex. Now, that could be anywhere at the moment. Oh, it says radar station 8.3 kilometers. Is it actually on the planet? On the moon? Just gonna trash that. Let me just sort this out. Get rid of all this stuff. Put the money in the food bank. We're going to need oxygen. Let me just see. Knock out a couple of steaks. 112. Yeah, we can eat a can of beans. I'm just curious. I don't want to do the radar station, as I said at the beginning of the video, because, well, I suppose there is a possibility, but I think I'd rather go back and sort out the other options. But I am very curious about to find out why there's where the radar station actually is. Whether it's actually is on this moon, or whether it's go to green, so apologies for that, or whether it's actually down on the planet. Let me just see. Ship's very heavy now. Let's see if we can get some height. I've got a feeling it might actually be on the planet. Wow. We're gonna have to kind of fly up and try. I know there's no aerodynamics on the moon, but we are very heavy at the moment. In fact, way too heavy, to be honest. But I'm just curious, because every time I've done the radar station before, it's been actually been on a planet, not the moon. But then with Ravian and Reforged Eden, anything is possible. No, it actually does look like it is on the moon. I mean, I can't see the planet being... This is really curious. Okay, sorry, we're going to go back down again. Reach the radar station complex. It is actually on the moon. Okay.
Warning, threat detected.
There's the radar station. And we're already being zapped from a distance. The tower over here. See, what we've got is the communications tower here. Wow, that's got defenses on as well. Wow. That's going to be a slightly different proposition than
Warning, threat detected.
Xerx fortification. Wow. Well, we don't really have the ship for that, and I don't want to get bogged down in the mission. So what we're going to do is get back up into space, get back off the, and I'm going to stick to what I was saying is about getting back to the first planet, because I just feel that I need to get some better weapons before we go into something like that. Level up. Right, we should be in there. We've got to go back to there. 7.4 astronomical units. Speed. There, here we are. Kind of back on home turf again. Because we got the trading station here, the Inferno Club. I'm not sure if the game would pick up on the radar station complex. I think it might have already been allocated. Anyway, what we're going to do is just head to the planet. So here we are, we're back on our original planet. What we've got to do now is find out where we are, and there's Silver Shade Light just there. That's where our base is. How far away is it? 7.5 kilometers away. And I mean, all this is going to be familiar territory now. So I just see, yeah, we're kind of flying. Oh, we've got a bit of unknown territory there. We've got an abandoned factory in front of us as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fly down to where our temporary base is and check that area on the way through. On the way through, I thought I'd just show you the abandoned factory. We will be coming back here, but the abandoned factory is not the first one on the list, because this is, they've got plenty of guns on it. Everything seems to have guns on it at the moment. Probably the first POI we're going to go for, which will probably be in the next part, is going to be the abandoned mine, for reasons which I'll explain once we get down closer to where our ship is landed. And I'll explain the reason for that as when we get down towards the Silver Shade Light. So here we are, we're just coming up on the abandoned mine. I can't remember if I've destroyed the outer defences, but we'll go down and say hello. See if we can trigger a response. Yeah, I think we've destroyed the Oh no. Hello, guys.
Warning, threat detected.
Yep. Just get out of the way there. Okay, so we're going to have to get rid of the... Only a lot of guns being fired at us. Okay. The ship is being a bit resistant to...
Warning, threat detected.
Okay. Where's the turret that's there? It's just there, isn't it? Come on, guys. These are just... Any more of you troublemakers here? Yeah, I've gone through a fair amount of pentaxid. I've just got hooked on the building. Just make sure, see if we can draw out anybody else. These guys are certainly a little bit tougher than I thought they'd be. There's a few bug uglies around as well. Bring out.
Warning, dread detected.
Yeah, I know. There's bug uglies on the ground. I think we've got. I think that's it for the turrets. Yeah, we're just getting fire from the local bug uglies now. Anyway, that's got rid of the outer defences. I think I need more firepower on this ship, actually. And just to get back here, of course, this is the abandoned archaeological site that we kind of took over. See what type of reception we get here from the locals. Just get here. We'll just land. Oops. I think I've just landed on top of the silver shader.
Warning, dread detected.
Yep. Thrusters off.
Warning, dread detected.
I remember now. I think I've got. Yeah, I left these running. So we got. Oh, well, no, that one's got nothing in it, but we can always put something in it. Got a little bit of biofuel. And then, of course, inside here we've got various bits and pieces which I've picked up over time. Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will be going for the abandoned mine because it's the closest of them to this area here. And I think what we'll do is we'll start kind of trying to find a slight, maybe an open area. Maybe we'll have to cut some trees down to be able to build a capital vessel. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.